Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to today's final of the RBI Grade B 2026 examination. So that you have the clarity that okay, how many questions and what type of questions are coming in the phase 1 of the RBI Grade B examination and what kind of questions and how many questions are coming in the RBI Grade A. The RBI Grade A is also expected to come. So you will have the clarity also that okay, how much you have to study for the RBI Grade A. Okay, so shall we start? I hope you are clear. Okay, so shall we start? I hope you are clear about the agenda. Give me a thumbs up if I'm clearly audible and the screen is clearly visible. Okay, so let's proceed. Now, RBI Grade B 2026. So this is like we are going to discuss the detailed analysis regarding the RBI Grade B 2026 importance of RBI website. First of all, from where the questions come from the RBI website, okay? From where the questions come from RBI website. So usually if you go to RBI website, you see this kind of page or you see this kind of heading. So here the notifications are important. This you have to cover. Okay, the press releases, these are important, as well as in the publications you get the reports. You get the reports in the publications. In the publications there is semi-annual or there is annual reports and such. So here you will get the reports. So notifications are important because here the RBI is talking about or RBI is releasing the notification regarding the major changes that the RBI has done. Press releases, the RBI informs about the day-to-day activities, about the day-to-day changes, and in the day-to-day activity or in the day-to-day operation, what are the big changes that the RBI is bringing. Okay, so Monetary Policy Committee meeting statement. So Monetary Policy Committee meeting statement, the statement on developmental and regulatory policy. So these statements are also released in the press release, and from these statements, the descriptive question has come in the 2025 RBI Grade B examination from the October Monetary Policy Committee meeting statement. Okay, so remember that from the press release also in the 2025 there was a descriptive question. Okay, from the notifications also the descriptive question can come. Okay, from the reports, we will see that how many of the descriptive questions have come. So first of all, in the whole RBI website, these are the three important segments. You can see that there are so many of the segments, but you do not have to go through all of them. If you want to get some additional information, then yes, you can go to the About Us to know about the RBI, to know about the Reserve Bank of India. You are giving the RBI Grade A or RBI Grade B examination, so you should know about RBI. Okay, notifications are important from the exam perspective, press releases are important, publications are important. You can go through the speeches and media interaction. If you are reading the editorials, then reading the speeches and media interaction will also improve your answer writing. This is regarding what is important. Now coming to the RBI Grade B 2026 phase 1, importance of RBI website. So how many questions have come from the RBI website in the phase 1? So we saw that from the RBI website, the RBI notifications, the RBI press releases and the reports, RBI reports are important from the RBI website. So from these three segments, how many questions have come in the phase 1 of the RBI Grade B 2026? That means how much should you study the RBI website for the phase 1? So here you can see the questions. So first question, it is a very generic question also. You can answer with your general awareness, with your general knowledge. But this question was from the FAQs. Okay. In the RBI website, there is also FAQs. And the FAQs are, this question was from April 2026 FAQs. So remember that the phase 1 of the RBI Grade B examination happened in June 13th and phase 2 exam happened in July 25. Okay, 25th July. So see, FAQs usually do not have to go through all the FAQs, but if a FAQ is releasing before the examination, that is very near to the examination, then that FAQ becomes important. And this FAQ, the digital currency FAQ, we discussed in the Finance 360-degree session also, because at that time also I told you that this seems important from the phase 1 perspective, from the objective perspective, as well as from the phase 2 descriptive perspective. This also seems important. Okay, so do you have to do all the FAQs from the RBI website? Not required. Just go through the FAQ list and see that is there any important FAQ, like if the FAQ is regarding the NBFCs. you know that NBFCs is a topic of your course. So you should be knowing about the NBFCs. So through that FAQ, you can get the information about the NBFCs. If there is a FAQ regarding the AI usage in the financial ecosystem. So this FAQ released by the RBI will become important because AI is the hot topic right now. So similarly, the digital currency, this FAQ was released by the RBI before the examination, and this was a hot topic, okay, or this is a hot topic. The UPI, the digital currency, the digital payments, these are the hot topics. So we have discussed this in the Finance 360 also before the examination, and this kind of FAQ is important. But like this question was not detailed. Even with your general understanding, you can answer such question. Now coming to the next question. This is regarding the foreign exchange reserves. Now the RBI released the half-yearly report on management of foreign exchange reserves October to March. So this was released in April or May, and here from this report in 2023 also the question has come. In 2026 also, here you can see that in 2026 also a question has come. This is the RBI report, okay, this is the RBI report. Now RBI has launched a portal for digital submission and processing of regulatory applications. So Prava portal that the RBI has launched, this was again and again this topic was in news. So it is a question from the RBI notifications, because just before the examination, I think in May, there was a lot of discussion that was going on that the applications have to be sent through the Prava portal. So in the RBI notification, again and again different notifications were coming, and all the different applications were required to be sent through Prava portal. Okay, so this is from RBI notification. Now next is Mission Saksham. I think this was in the May. RBI like in the RBI website in April or May, like before the examination, 3 months before the examination only, this topic was in the RBI website, in the RBI press release section. So in the RBI press release section, the Mission Saksham, and we discussed it a lot also because like month after month, this topic was coming in the RBI press release or RBI notification. So this was Mission Saksham was in RBI notification, I think in Feb, and this again was discussed in the RBI press release near to the examination in April or May. Okay, now this was just released before the examination. I think it was released in May, and the phase 1 exam was in June. So just before the examination, the data was released, the yearly data was released, and this was in RBI press release. Now this RTGS, now the RBI released the payment system report December 2025. This report was released on 18th May, if I remember correctly. Yes, on 18th May, this report was released on the RBI's website. Okay, and you can understand that the exam was in June. So in May 2026, the report was released. June 2026, the exam happened. And from this report, a lot of questions have come. Like here you can see, this you can answer with your general awareness, with your finance static knowledge also. But this question was from payment system report because there was a lot of discussion that happened regarding the different payment instruments and the limits regarding that. In the context of RTGS transactions in India, what is... So this was a question from the report. Another question was from the payment system report regarding the IMPS. Okay, if you have gone through the finance static, then also you would have answered this question. Otherwise, this question was from your payment system report. Now, coming to the Utkarsh, again, a very, very important report or a very important publication by the RBI. A question directly from that also was there. So here you can see that RBI reports, if the RBI reports, they are released before the examination, 3 to 5 months before the examination. So these reports become very, very important for your phase 1. Okay, so these reports though you have to do. Coming to the press release and notifications, so I would suggest you that at least like 3 months of the notifications you should be covering before the phase 1. So RBI Grade B 2026 phase 2. Importance of RBI website, we will see the questions in the phase 2 from the RBI website, from the RBI notification, press release and the RBI reports. Okay, I have told you that for the phase 1, you can do, like if you do not have the time for 6 months of the coverage of RBI website, if you do not want to go through the 6 month of RBI website, then at least 3 to 5 months for your RBI reports, like 5 months would be preferable, and 3 months, at least 3 months for RBI notification, RBI press release. Okay, so if you do not want to go through the 6 month duration for the phase 1, then this is the idea. Now for the phase 2, see in the RBI Grade B 2026, in the phase 2 there were questions in ESI segment also. Okay, so in ESI also, in the ESI there were questions from the RBI website in the phase 2. So let's see this. So free AI, actually the free AI report, this was released in August 2025, and your phase 2 exam, this was in July 25th of July 2026. So you can see that these 3 questions, that to 2 marker, that means 6 marks. 6 marks were from the free AI report that was released nearly a year before. But this free AI report, remember this, that if there is a hot topic, right now AI is the hot topic. So if there is a hot topic and RBI is releasing a report, or RBI's committee is releasing the report that RBI has provided in the RBI website, so this becomes very important. Okay, so if the RBI committee is releasing any report and RBI has published it as well, as this report is very important as it is related to the hot topic, like whatever is going on recently. So you can see that in 2026 RBI grade B examination, there were 6 marks from the free AI report. So we have discussed this report in the August, and in 2025 also. In 2025 RBI grade B examination also, there were questions from the free AI report. If I remember correctly, there was a descriptive question also from the free AI report. In 2026 also, in the RBI grade B examination, there were questions from the free AI report. So such kind of reports, if there is a new unique like a new report that the RBI is releasing, so that report becomes very important. See, the financial stability report, annual report, the payment system report, these reports are released on the annual or semi-annual basis. So annual report, the financial stability report, they are released on the annual basis, and like every year these reports are released. The payment system report, it is released on the biannual basis or semi-annual basis. Okay, so it is released twice every year. So such kind of reports, they are the regular reports of the RBI. So this you have to do if these reports are, let's say, 5 months before the examination, these reports are released, then you can do these reports. Otherwise, the data keeps on changing. But in the case, FSR is also semi-annual. Okay, so annual report is the annual, like it is released on the annual basis. The financial stability report, the payment system report, they are released biannually. Biannually or semi-annually, we can say. As well as there is also the report on trends and progress of the banking system. This is also released on the annual basis. So these annual and the biannual, like semi-annual, regular reports that the RBI is releasing, if these reports are released 5 months before the examination, 6 months before the examination, then these reports will become important. If these reports are released like 8 months or 1 year before the examination, then these reports are not so much important. But when the RBI is releasing a new kind of report that is related to a very hot topic recently, so in this case the report becomes very important, that we saw in the case of free AI, from where the 6 marks, like 3 questions came carrying 6 marks total. Okay, so this is the idea. The free AI report, the questions came in RBI grade B 2025 also, the questions came in RBI grade B 2026 also. Now moving forward, now this question that was from the guidelines regarding loans against gold and silver collateral. So actually this article was in news in June 2025, but the question came in July 2026 phase 2 examination of the RBI grade B. So this article, it was the RBI notification. So remember this, that if there is a very big topic like this was a very important notification that was released by the RBI, that there is the lending that will happen against gold and silver collateral, and there are the rules and regulations that the banks will have to follow, that will have to be followed. Okay, if the lending is against the gold and silver collateral, so such kind of guidelines which are very important, which are very unique, which are very, very important and affecting the general public, so these kind of directions become important. Okay, now usually it is very difficult to go through, like this article was released in June 2025. Okay, and the examination happened in July 2026. So for the reports, you can do that. Okay, you are doing the previous report that the RBI has released. That is very important because there are only 1 or 2 reports that the RBI will be releasing in such a manner. or like it is once every 2-3 years that RBI release such a new unique report. But these kind of notifications, the RBI releases various notifications that can seem important. So this kind of question you might have to leave, because I don't think that you will be able to remember so much of the data and so much of the points you will be able to remember of a notification that was released nearly like more than a year ago. So for the reports, I will suggest you, for the reports, the general reports that the RBI is releasing. Okay, if these general reports, annual report, the financial stability report, the report on trend and progress, as well as there is the payment system report, if these generic reports that the RBI releases, if these are released, then if they are released 5 to 6 months before the examination, you can cover it. If it is released 3 months before the examination, then though it will become very, very, very important. Like we will see in the case of annual report, there are multiple questions, descriptive question from the annual report. If it is released before the examination, 3 months before the examination, it is very important. If it is released 5 to 6 months before the examination also, then also it is important. If some unique report is being released, okay, unique report is being released by the RBI or the RBI's committee that is present on the RBI website. So if the unique report is being released, then it will become very important even if it is released in the previous 1 year. But unique reports, they are very, very rare. And this unique report should also be related to the hot topic. So if the RBI is releasing a unique report that is related to the recent topic, recent discussion, recent hot topic, so then this report becomes important. Notification, yes, there was a question. There was one question of 1 mark from the RBI notification that was more than 1 year ago. So now you cannot do all the notifications of the past more than 1 year. Now this was the notification of June 2026. So 2025. And the exam happened in July 2026. So you can understand that, okay, we have studied this in Finance 360. So if the students have been following the Finance 360 on the regular basis, then they might be able to remember the topic, but still remembering the data is not very easy. Okay, so these kind of questions you will generally have to leave. Now, but I will try to bring a list of the notifications. But still, I think that such kind of notifications or such kind of questions generally will have to be left because of like the question is from nearly more than a year ago. Okay. Coming to the descriptive question. So there was a descriptive question in the ESI segment that discussed the major highlights of the National Strategy for Financial Inclusion 2025-26. Now this was released by the RBI in December. Now this is like before the 6 month, like the phase 2 happened in July. But the question, the descriptive question of 15 marks came from RBI report of December. But remember this, that the annual report was released in May 2026. Okay, that is 1 month before the examination because the annual report was released at the end of May 2026. So nearly 1 month, 2 months before the examination, the annual report was released. And here, there was a detailed discussion about the NSFI 2025-2030, and at that time also I told you that this report is very, very important from the examination perspective. I highlighted the important material that you have to remember from the examination point of view. So remember this, that usually the reports that are released near to the examination, 3 to 5 months, 6 months, like near to the examination, these reports are very important. And here you can see that the NSFI, there was a question, 15 marker question from the NSFI, and this NSFI was mentioned in annual report in detail. Okay, in the annual report that was released in May 2026. So we cannot say that, okay, this is from December 2026. We will say that this was near to the examination because this was again discussed by RBI at that time. Also, I told you that this is important. Okay. And so the report was released in December. And then I told you that this report is important from descriptive point of view. And this report again was mentioned in annual report of May 2026. Now coming to the FM part. So in the FM part, there was a direct question from the RBI notification, or press release. This was a direct question, and this was like 1 month before the examination. I think in May or June, at the end of May, this was announced. Okay, so a question from there. Now coming to the next question, that is explain the major payment system instruments in India. This was from the payment system report, because you like whenever you are mentioning the payment system, you have to give some data points also. So in the payment system report, like you can mention that, okay, the payment system report has been released, and as per that, the data points you can mention. Okay, and in the payment system report there is the detailed discussion regarding the different payment system instruments, RTGS and NEFT, that is NEFT, NASH, card payments, PPIs and such. So explain the major payment system instruments used in India. So in the payment system report there was the clear cut data that which payment system is used more in the value terms, which payment system like is used more in volume terms. So UPI is used more in the terms of volume, in the terms of value the RTGS is used more. So the data was given also, and like the question was framed from the payment system report. You had to tell about the payment system instruments, as well as you can give some data from the payment system report that will add value. So this was 10 marker question. Next is a question was regarding explain how the Reserve Bank of India earns income, how RBI manages profit, and how the profit is distributed. So this was 7.5 marks question, and here like from the annual report of the RBI that was released in May 2026, just before the examination, 2 months, 1 month before the examination, and in the like whenever the annual report is released, before that in May itself, the meeting of the central board happens, in which the central board announces that, okay, this is the framework that we are following for distributing the profit to the government. Okay, so it was announced that, okay, how much profit will be distributed to the government. So how much profit is distributed to the government, this depends upon the economic capital framework. Okay, again, according to the economic capital framework, the RBI has to maintain the contingent risk buffers. And what is the contingent risk buffer? What is the percentage of the contingent risk buffer that the RBI is maintaining? 7.5% or 6.5% or 5%. So what is the contingent risk buffer that the RBI is maintaining? And after that, the dividend is passed on to the government. Now the income, the expenditure, all of this we discussed in the annual report in the central board meeting also. So this was again from your annual report, as well as in the RBI press release also. This was mentioned, economic capital framework was mentioned. This is your keyword for answering that how the profit is distributed. Okay, so this question was a mix from the annual report as well as the RBI press release. So here we have seen that these are the questions. Like in the ESI segment, there were the objective questions, 6 marks from the free AI report. This 1 marker question, many of the students might have left it because they have not gone through it, as this was from 1 year previously. But some of the students that have been going through the Finance 360 videos and they knew about the importance of this, or they remembered, like they did some elimination method, and so they could have answered it, but this is very difficult, I would say. Okay, so we are ignoring this because this is like this usually do not happen. RBI do not give such old notification questions. Okay, so now 15 marks from the NSFI. So 15 marks here. Then this was a 1 marker question. This is for 10 marks and this is for 7.5 marks. So 7.5 marks from the annual report plus the press release of RBI. 10 mark that was from the payment system report, and 15 mark that was from the NSFI, and more recently from the annual report, we can say. So these descriptive questions came from the RBI report or RBI press release, as well as there were some objective questions that came from the RBI press release or RBI notification. So for the phase 2, I will suggest you, or I will like tell you that do the RBI notifications, RBI press releases in a good manner, because you can see 15, 25 and 20, 32.5 or 33, like approximately 35 marks are from your RBI website from in the descriptive part. So this is the idea that when you are going through the RBI website, remember this, that in the phase 1, yes, the weightage has reduced to some extent, but still we saw that around 8 to 9 questions are coming from the RBI website. Okay, or 7 to 8 questions are coming from RBI website. So we saw in that in the phase 1, 7 to 8 questions are coming from RBI website, and you have to do more recent topics. Okay, 3 months from the RBI notifications, 3 months from the RBI press releases, you can do these articles, you can cover for 3 to 5 months of RBI reports. Okay, then when you go for the phase 2, of the RBI grade B examination, just add on the reports, that is you have the 1 month, so you will, if you have covered 5 months of the reports, 1 month addition, so you will be able to cover like 6 months of the reports. 4 months of the RBI notifications, RBI press releases, you have the coverage for. So this is the focus that you should be giving. Unique reports, I've told you that if RBI is releasing the unique report that is on a hot topic, that is quite in news recently, so even if this unique report is released 1 year back, you should be able to cover it if it is a unique report that is released for the first time and it is related to a hot topic, then only. Okay, otherwise there will be too much content for you. So this is the analysis that you can follow, and you have to cover the notifications, the press releases, the publications. The reports of the RBI are very, very important. But remember that if the annual report, like it happened in 2024, okay, it happened previously that the RBI reports were not released before the examination. Okay, the report on trend and progress was released 8 months back. The annual report was released 9 to 10 months back. FSR was also not released near to the examination. So there was no important report of the RBI that was released near to the examination. Then there were more questions from RBI notifications and press releases. So remember that if the RBI reports are released before the examination, then these reports become very important. Otherwise, if the reports are like there are not many reports to study, then the RBI notifications and press releases you have to focus on more. Okay, this time, like for 2026 examination, annual report was released in May. Your exam was in June and July. The payment system report was released in May also, and your exam was in June and July. Then the FSR was also released in June, and your phase 2 was in July. So this is the idea that if the reports are released, they are very, very important. Chalo. Any confusion, anyone? I have shown you the questions for your phase 1. Like what kind of questions have come in the phase 1. There were nearly 8 questions. 7 to 8 questions were from RBI website. Okay. Then we have seen the questions from the phase 2. Okay, what kind of questions have come in ESI? This kind of question was a shocker, because usually RBI do not give like in the RBI examination this kind of question is not there, like a year back notification. Now then we saw that in descriptive part also there were questions from RBI website. Then in FM also there were descriptive questions from the RBI website. Okay, so we cannot say that RBI website is losing its value, just that the RBI grade B exam conducting body, it is focusing on the descriptive part as well as on the phase 2 for the RBI website. In the phase 1 also the questions are coming from 7 to 8 questions are coming from the RBI website. In the phase 2 there is more focus that is given towards the articles. Okay, in the phase 2 there is more focus that is given towards the RBI website. Now in the interview also the RBI website holds immense importance, because if you do not know that what RBI is doing, what RBI is recently focusing on, what RBI is doing on the day-to-day basis, so if you are not aware about this, then it becomes difficult, because you are giving the RBI grade B or RBI grade A examination, so you must know that what RBI is doing. Okay, that is the idea. Any questions anyone have? Any questions anyone? All clear? So I would suggest you that you can go through the finance 360-degree sessions. Okay, I have shown you the snippets. We have covered the phase 1. Like for phase 1, in the analysis video, we have already provided the snippet. So I didn't provide it again because it will take more time in the session. So for the phase 1, all the questions were covered in the finance 360 in the marathon sessions that were conducted. For the phase 2 also, I have shown you the snippets. Okay. So if you follow the finance 360-degree session, what will happen that your notifications, your press releases, your reports of the RBI, they will be covered in a very thorough manner. Okay, in a very thorough manner, so that you are able to give the answers in the examination that you can see here. From when we should start the current affairs? See, you can start the current affairs like if you're giving the RBI grade A examination. If you're thinking of giving the RBI grade A examination, then you should start the current affairs from now, because the RBI grade A, as per the information that is going on in various different areas, as per the information that is on the public platform, it is expected that the RBI grade A can happen soon. So for RBI grade A, you have to start the current affairs, because the exam can happen after 3 months, after 4 months, right? Monetary Policy Committee. This is a very important committee of the RBI that decides the repo rate to control the inflation in the country. If you have not seen, if you do not know about the Monetary Policy Committee, I have taken a session on the Monetary Policy Committee this month only, at the start of this month. Okay, so you can see the session on the Monetary Policy Committee, so that you are aware that what is Monetary Policy Committee, what are the tools under the Monetary Policy Committee. It is a very, very important committee of RBI. Okay, yes, I would suggest you that for RBI grade A, as I have told you, see, for RBI grade A, RBI grade B though will happen next year now. Okay, so for RBI grade A, what you can do, start with covering the notifications, RBI notifications, RBI press releases. Just go through the Finance 360 session, just have the overview. Just have the overview. Right now, you do not have to do a ratification. Right now, you have to focus on understanding, because the RBI notifications, they are difficult to understand, and they, once you understand them, then it will become easier for you to remember them from the exam perspective also. Because RBI grade B is, RBI grade A is expected soon. So you will have to start going through the schemes, reports, which you at least have to do for 6 months before the examination, before the phase 2. Okay, 6 months. For RBI notification press releases, this also you should start. And RBI reports, RBI report, just go through the annual report. Okay, go through the recent financial stability report and the PSR, that is payment system report, because they were released in May, and FSR, I think it was released in June. Yes. So these are the important reports. So if you are preparing for RBI grade A, you have to go through the articles and you should start studying, because otherwise it will become very, very difficult and very hectic for you near to the examination. Just let's say like the UPSC, recently the UPSC, EPFO, APFC notification, it got released just recently, I think 22nd, like yesterday, no, 21st, like yesterday only. I was seeing that, okay, on 21st, that is yesterday only, there was the notification, the detailed notification that came. So you can understand that many of the students, they were shocked, because the previous UPSC cycle, UPSC, EPFO, APFC cycle has not finished, and the new notification is released. So you can see that notification can release anytime. If you're not studying, that means you are losing the opportunity for this time. So do study RBI grade A. For the first time the exam will be happening, so the exam might be easy, or there might not be many students that are competing, that are focusing on this exam right now, or they might not be aware. So start studying so that you are prepared for the RBI grade A. In the first attempt, try to clear it. चलो देखो, अभी RBI grade A का कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन है नहीं, ठीक है, RBI grade A का कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन है नहीं. सो RBI grade A के लिए वैसे ही प्रिपेयर करो जैसे RBI grade B के लिए करते हो अभी के लिए, क्योंकि it was never that the RBI grade A was conducted. For the first time, it is expected that it will be conducted this year. Okay, so for the first time this exam will happen. So we are also not aware that what will come in RBI grade A, but the short things that can come are the quant, reasoning, English, GA. Because in any examination, you are giving the UPSC level examination, or you are giving the RBI level examination, or you are giving the SEBI level examination, whatever examination you are giving, the quant, reasoning, English, GA, these come. Okay. So for RBI grade A also, I would suggest you that at least start doing quant, reasoning, English, GA. That is the idea. Any other confusion? And देखो, जैसे I think IBPS also pre-mains interview. So RBI also like in the RBI grade B also, there is phase 1, phase 2 interview. SEBI also phase 1, phase 2 interview. Similarly, in the RBI grade A also, you can expect that there will be phase 1, phase 2 and then interview, because RBI grade A is also a good position, assistant manager position. Okay. So phase 1, phase 2 interview. These can be the phases. And the quant, reasoning, English, GA, I think there is no examination that can be conducted in the regulatory body domain without these quant, reasoning, English, GA. Okay, so I would suggest you to cover them. If they will not be merit based, at least sectional will be there. Okay, chalo. Any other confusion? You can see, you can compare the RBI grade A with the NABARD grade A also, no? In the NABARD grade A, this is also like assistant manager post, and for this also you need to study quant, reasoning, English, GA. There are additional subjects also for NABARD grade A phase 1, but at least these are the common ones that you should start. Okay, अभी के लिए इनसे start कर दो, इनको थोड़ा अच्छा focus करो, then you can proceed with other things. And if you are giving the RBI grade A examination, or if you are giving RBI grade B examination, if you are giving the RBI examination, remember that the RBI notification, RBI press releases, the RBI reports will be important, because you are giving the RBI grade A or grade B examination. You want to join RBI. So there will be questions from these segments in the phase 1, in the phase 2, at least in the interview. Chalo, any other confusion? Any other question? Shall we close the session now? I would suggest you to see the session taken by Anji sir regarding the grade A notification. Okay, he has taken a detailed session. So he is a better person to inform you about when the notification will be released. I can inform you about the what you have to cover from the RBI website. ठीक है, चलो अंजय सर की एक डिटेल्ड वीडियो है, वो देख लेना, that would benefit you. चलो, this is it then. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed the session. Now, if you want the PDF of the session, you will get the PDF of the session in the Telegram channel.